Hi guys, thank you so much for supporting my first record, The Big Debut, Stories Between the Avenues. It was actually recorded and produced by Dave Pittenger in New York City and New Jersey, but since I live in LA now and I can't make it there, I wanted to kind of take you guys into the experience of making music, the behind the scenes. So we're hanging out at my buddy Brian Tyler. We're hanging out at his studio. He's a very well-known film composer. Let's go inside and take a look at some of his accomplishments. Alright, so let's go see where all the magic happens, according to Brian Tyler. He's the one that says that. Alright, let's see. Brian! Oh!
What's going on, guys? I'm awake. I'm working.
I see that.
I'm working. Okay,
Ladies and gentlemen, Brian Tyler,
hey.
at his finest.
Hey.
The rock star of film composing himself. Julia?
Julia.
Yeah.
Oh, good to see you. Here's my studio. Here's kind of where. Oh, almost knocked over the vodka.
He doesn't really drink vodka. Like
no, I don't really do that. So this is kind of the control room area where I have the movie laid out here and Pro chose all the music for the movie and the movie. So I can watch the movie up there and mix and record instruments or whatever. Then I can also go into this room here. Should I just kind of like...
Yeah, sure. Oh, and he is too humble to say, but there are all his awards over there. There's a lot.
There's awards and stuff. So these are the instruments that I play here that I can record myself. Makes it a little bit easier because I don't have to, I can do it at any time, 3 or 4 in the morning. So a lot of writings on the piano. Love to play the drums, and then like a smattering of guitars and things like timbales. You tend to start with just an idea, some kind of hook, then going into laying down a groove, usually on the drums, or do programming DJ style, and then bass lines, and like lock in the rhythm section. And then you start doing all the other stuff, layering on keyboards and cool vintage analog sounds. And then sometimes, like we did on Fast 5, we do that, and then on top of that, I'll write a full-on orchestral 90-piece orchestra score. And then I'll go and conduct the orchestra.
Right.
And we'll smush them together and then kind of almost do a remix, drop some things. You know how it goes. You track a million things and you see what it sounds like. And sometimes it's better to pull things out. Sometimes though on a movie, I did the Universal logo, the new logo that's
Yes, that's right, you did.
Right. But
Congratulations.
Thank you. That's something that's done more on, like really old school, like on paper. You sit down at the piano, write it on paper. Scores that I've done that way tend to be the ones that sound like classic or classical style symphonic scores. And but in the end, for me, I love having the live musical, like a human element, no matter what. Even if it's electronic, like full-on electronic style music, I want to lay down analog beats, analog synths that are played in and not like perfected in the computer.
Yeah. And
keep it a little bit more human. It's just, I don't know. It's kind of my my mantra. So.
I'm not looking for love tonight. I'm looking for someone who can take you off my mind. Okay, but I know what that sounds like. I want to hear you do something now.
So what I would probably do on something like that is put a groove over it.
Okay.
Right? That kind of thing. And then I would put like a dreamier kind of vintage keyboard in the background ascending. So you're going down on the...
Yeah.
Right? So I would have something like, while you're going down. And then maybe throw in something like,
What would that?
Like
That would
little
still
seven?
be piano?
I think warm analog keyboard sustain, kind of like a ethereal type of thing, but with a beat. So you have you have the vocal, the piano, you have a drum that's like a kind of almost like a vintage.
Can you show us?
This kind of thing.
I know.
Yeah. And then
Heck yeah, I know. Woo! I'm all all excited about that devastating song now.
And then have like shakers. Where are shakers? You know, like a. And then I take. You know what I mean? Layer it all over. No, yeah. But just kind of like a groove thing, not totally doing comping all the chords, just kind of like almost like a percussion. And then I think with the analog keyboard stuff would be really key.
Very hopeful.
Yeah.
Yay, hope. All right, well, Brian Tyler, thanks for hanging out and taking us into your studio and talking about how to make music.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me.